Chicken, chicken.
Chicken. Checking chicken.
Chicken head. Whoop, whoop.
I'm a checking the chicken. Chicken check.
Yo, check that out.
Ugh, that's gnarly.
Yeah, gnarly.
How'd that happen?
Barbed wire.
Ugh. You know that stuff's sharp, right? Like that's the point of it?
Ain't kidding, buddy.
You got a guess for the Tennessee game tomorrow?
45.
We are the Kingston cheerleaders here at ORUD getting ready for the big game. Jackets, jackets, the best.
RC, HS, jackets, jackets, the best. RC, HS, jackets, jackets, the best. RC, HS, jackets, jackets, the best.
Host your friends in style and be the envy of your neighborhood when entertaining this football season with natural gas appliances purchased from ORUD at 0% interest.
We can help you clean up after the game with a reliable natural gas water heater and the energy savings of a gas dryer.
Want to cozy up next to a natural gas fireplace after a chilly night at the field? Let ORUD help you with the play-by-play to truly make your house feel like home.
You can make the game-winning play by switching to natural gas this football season. ORUD is your affordable energy choice.
The year was 1921. The famous Princess Theater wouldn't be built for another 5 years. World War I had been over for 3 years. The Great Depression wouldn't happen for another 8 years. The Irish Free State was created. The first radio baseball game was broadcast. Wonder Bread began distribution. Albert Einstein won the Nobel Prize in Physics. Nobody knew it back then, but the longest-running rivalry in Tennessee high school football began as well, which has been played every single year since then, except one. The 103rd edition of the Rockwood High School and Harriman High School rivalry kicks off tonight, and we've got the coverage on the OEB Law Game of the Week. Day or night, 24/7, someone will be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit the website full of helpful information, reckontoacheck.com. That's OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey, and for the 6th time this season, I'm joined by the coach, James Hoot Gibson. You know, you and I both grew up not too far from here, so we know quite a bit about this rivalry, but you grew up in the local football scene as your papa coached all over this area. What do you think when you think of this Harriman versus Rockwood rivalry?
Hard-hitting football comes to mind. A great atmospheres, no matter what the circumstances. When these two teams play, the whole town comes out to watch. And each year, Harriman folks grade their football team by the Rockwood score.
To the oldest rivalry in the state of Tennessee.
So I expect a good one.
2 different seasons so far as Harriman comes into this game with a 3-2 record, and Rockwood sits at a 1-3 record. But Rockwood has won this game for 4 straight years, and they've got to be expected to get the win tonight as well, right?
Well, as Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. Listen, Rockwood has been without their quarterback for several weeks, and it has taken a toll on that offensive production, let me tell you. So if Harriman can win in the kicking game, get a few turnovers, you know, play a good defensive game, this could go the Blue Devils' way. You know, Rockwood isn't a healthy football team.
Yeah, you're talking about the starting quarterback. We saw him go out when we had the Rockwood versus Kingston game. He didn't finish that game. Instead, it was Xavier Hickman, who normally would line up on the outside. So that will definitely be something that we will see tonight, as Hickman will line up under center tonight as well. We'll get into this one a little bit deeper later, and also we'll catch up with what's going on around the area as well when we get back. You are tuned in to the OEB Law Game of the Week.
51, Samuel McNally.
OEB Law is excited to be a part of this year's football season. School spirit is at an all-time high. OEB Law is proud to give back and support our community. Come cheer on these great teams with us. And remember, if you've been injured or need legal help, OEB Law will be there for you. So visit wreckintoacheck.com or give us a call, 865-546-1111, and let OEB Law turn your wreck into a check.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
And welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. So if we missed something that goes on in the game tonight, don't worry, the public address announcer has got you covered. We've got a speaker right in front of our window. It is very loud, so we apologize for that. But they've got a really good sound system here at Harriman.
They want to make sure people in Rockwood can hear the game.
That's right. That's right. You know, as a former in Rockwood, as a former public address announcer myself, I can appreciate that. It is a little inconvenient for a broadcast, but that's okay. We'll work through it, and it will be fine. So, you know, we got to start out talking about the game last night on Rivalry Thursday. Alcoa narrowly edges West in double overtime, 21-20, after West has an extra point blocked, which ultimately was the difference there. West has high expectations, but maybe even more so after almost beating Gary Rankin's Tornadoes.
Yeah, that's a big statement. Listen, that's the first time in 4 years, excluding Maryville, since anyone has kept the game within 6 points or beat Alcoa. So that's a big statement right there.
Yeah, both teams are 5-1 on the season, as Alcoa will prepare for a home game against Cookeville, and West will go on the road to Heritage next week. It's a big night for Anderson County, as the Mavericks are going to try to build momentum from their huge win last week against South Doyle. Some bad news, though, as starting quarterback Walker Martinez is out indefinitely after having surgery on his wrist. Some more bad news, the backup is going to have to get broken in at Elizabethton. That is quite the task.
That is quite the task. And that's really bad news about Walker Martinez, is he was really coming on strong. He was getting that Anderson County team kind of back on track after playing that tough schedule early on. So that's devastating news for Anderson County, but next man up. That's a difficult situation with Elizabethton, who is loaded on defense and who's coming off a big shutout over Granger County. So this is going to be a big game.
Yeah, it will. So we'll keep an eye on that one. A big challenge for Kingston tonight, as the Yellow Jackets are in Campbell County to take on the 4-1 Cougars. The Roane County High School is trying to start the season 6-0 for the first time since 1998. Meanwhile, the Cougs are coming off their first loss at the hands of Carnes last week. How do you see this one?
Man, those Price brothers, they know how to put some offense up there, don't they? Carnes exposed a major weakness for Campbell County, okay? And that's that they are weak versus the run. So Kingston has been game planning all week long. I guarantee you game planning on how to expose that to their advantage. Will be a big game, and I know all of Kingston is fired up for this one.
Yeah, and that's what Kingston does well. They run the football. They were averaging somewhere between 300 and 400 yards per game on the ground. So I'd say that plays into Kingston's advantage, but we'll see, as that Campbell County team is not going to go down lightly, especially at home. So we've got a couple other things that we can talk about, and of course we'll get into our matchup tonight, as it is the 103rd meeting between Rockwood and Harriman. So we'll get you all set for that one when we get back. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
With one small step, you have the potential to make a big difference in this world. It starts here at Roane State Community College. There's never been a greater need for health science graduates, and Roane State has the program to get you there. With 11 different health science degrees and 7 certificates offered, the choice is yours. Roane State, healthcare heroes start here. Apply now at roanestate.edu.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie Chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. I get this. Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
Be honest.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by James Coach Gibson, and we are getting ready to have the playing of our national anthem. So let's stand by for that.
Thank you. Please remain standing for our national anthem being played tonight by the Harriman Rhapsody in Blue Band.
There is nary a combination better than the national anthem and sports. I tell you what, just gets me going every single time. I love that.
The administration would like to welcome
let's talk
home
about some other things going on around the area as we are back at our OEB Law Game of the Week. You know, an interesting matchup out of region and classification sees Farragut at South Doyle this week. The Admirals are 1-4 so far, and the Cherokee suffered their only loss on our television station just last week against Anderson County. This one has potential to be fun.
Yeah, it really does. I'm anxious to see how Farragut comes out tonight after a few disappointing losses. You know, this year's been tough for them. So I'm anxious to see how those kids come out, if they come out dead, if they're coming out fired up.
It has been a gauntlet of a schedule for Farragut, so we got to mention that as well. You know, 2 5-0 teams get together in Greenville tonight when Dobbins-Bennett gets there. DB, of course, is 6A school. Greenville, a favorite in 4A. Does the smaller school get the win tonight?
Well, they stand a good chance, as Greenville is one of the best teams in the state, but that's all classifications. But Dobbins-Bennett is loaded at the skill positions, so I'll be watching the score to this one.
Coalfield has a home game tonight against Gordonsville, which is one of those games we could see late in the playoffs as well. The two teams have played twice, but thanks to a COVID win last year, the Jackets have the series lead 2-1. In 2012, the teams met in the state semifinals, so good on both of these schools for agreeing to this series. It's a tall task for both programs as the Tigers are undefeated this season, and Coalfield's only loss is to 4A Carter, which needed late-game heroics last week. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, Gordonsville is loaded. Very similar to a Coalfield community, really, up there. And I remember some big games back in the 90s between Gordonsville and Coalfield, but Gordonsville is one of the better teams in single A, but Coalfield will not be denied. I'm going Coalfield by 21.
That is bold.
That's bold.
Well, we'll see what happens. We're in week 6, and region standings are starting to take shape a little, so let's look at our region standings here in just a moment, because it is week 6, which means we're going to be halfway through the season after tonight. So we'll start out with Class 1, Region 2. There are those Coalfield Yellow Jackets, 3-0 in the region, 4-1 overall. Greenback sitting at 2-0 in the region. They've got a big game tonight against Loudon. This Harriman team we're about to see, they are 1-1, and Oakdale 1-0, followed by Midway, Sunbright, and Oliver Springs. In Class 2A Region 2, Monterey and Oneida both 2-0 in that region. York is 0-2. Rockwood is 0-1. Wartburg is 0-1. Rockwood's loss coming to the hands of Monterey, and Wartburg's loss coming to the hands of Oneida. Class 3A Region 2, no surprises here. Alcoa 3-0. And Gatlinburg-Pittman 2-1. That's a tough GP team. Getting a team from Alabama tonight. That's interesting for them. Pigeon Forge, Austin East, Northview Academy, and Union County round that out. In Region 3, Kingston undefeated, Loudon undefeated. Two fun teams, and they get to play in Week 11.
Ooh,
and we'll see that game. That will be most likely for a regular season region championship. So
historical football right there.
Yeah. Class 4A Region 2, you've got Knox Carter and Anderson County leading the way. Those two teams are going to meet next week, followed by South Doyle, Fulton, Gibbs, and Scott High, rounding out that region. Class 5A Region 2, Knox West leads that one, tied with Halls, though, as both of those are 2-0 in that region. And then, tied with Centrals, both of those are 2-0, then followed by Knox Halls, Cott County, Sevier County, and Heritage. Region 3, you've got Powell and Oak Ridge, both 2-0 in that region. Carnes and Campbell County sitting at 1-1, followed by Clinton and Lenoir City. Class 6A Region 2, again, no surprise. Maryville at 2-0, leading that one, followed by Bradley Central. So those are your region standings. The new AP rankings released this week as well. So let's take a look at those. In Class 1A, and again, look at this. Like last week, Coalfield was 6th. They almost beat a 4A Carter team, and they dropped 2 spots to number 8. Who is voting in these things? But you've got Peabody at 1, followed by Fayetteville, South Pittsburgh at 3. That Gordonsville team sitting at 5. So if Coalfield wins tonight, hopefully the Yellow Jackets won't drop in the rankings again.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a statement made tonight with the Yellow Jackets of Coalfield.
You said Yellow Jackets by 21. We'll see. In the Class 2A poll, receiving all but one of the first-place votes is Meigs County, and then Hampton getting that other first-place vote. They sit at 3rd, but really not a lot of teams in our area on that list. As far as Class 3A goes, how about Covington getting 2 first-place votes over Alcoa? Again, who is voting in these things? Alcoa is clearly the best team in Class 3A, but you got Loudon coming in there at number 3 and Kingston coming in at number 6. Good luck for the Yellow Jackets.
Love it.
Class 4A, you've got Greenville leading the way. Elizabethton sitting there at number 4. South Doyle sitting there at number 9. So the interesting about this is that Anderson County defeated South Doyle last week, and Anderson County is not in the top 10.
Schedule. It's been a tough schedule for Anderson County.
Class 5A, you've got Knox West leading the way, followed by Mount Juliet and Powell. Central coming in at number 10. There's some good football teams in Class 5A.
There really is. 5A is loaded, especially in Knoxville area.
Yeah, and then in Class 6A, Oakland leading the way. They have all season long. Maryville coming in 2nd. Dobbins-Bennett checking in at number 8. So Greenville plays that Dobbins-Bennett team. That'll be a fun game tonight.
Yeah, 5A versus 6A.
Yeah, top 10, both classifications. I don't know when it starts to matter. Once you have so many kids, does it really matter, the classification?
Oh yeah, it gives you more of a pool to choose from.
Well, I mean, obviously for single A and for double A, triple A.
It absolutely
So it
matters.
does in 4, 5, and 6 too.
And let me tell you where it matters most, and that's in the wallet with fundraising and such as that. You're able to, you look at a 6A program and you look at the coaching staff on the sidelines, odds are they got a lot more than 3 football coaches like you're probably going to see down here with Rockwood and Harriman. They have more funds because they have a bigger pool to choose from.
Yeah, well, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I tell you what, before we move on from this, let's put up the schedule of the other games going on in the viewing area. We'll just run through those real quick. I know that you've seen those earlier in our broadcast, but again, we talked about Kingston at Campbell County, Farragut at South Doyle, Dobbins-Bennett at Greenville, Gordonsville at Coalfield, and Anderson County at Elizabeth. And we talked about all those. But then you've got Clinton at Chattanooga Central. That's a possible win for the Dragons tonight. You've got the game that we have tonight, Rockwood and Harriman. Oakdale at Sell Creek. Oakdale looking
That'll be a big game.
Yeah, trying to move to 4-0 on the season, and then Jellicoe at Sunbright.
That's another game to keep an eye on because Jellicoe's really playing some good football for Jellicoe.
Yeah, so, well, we are in the 103rd meeting tonight between...
Now, if that don't sum up today's generation better than anything.
Oh, man, did you see the look on her face? She was not happy.
Say hey to everybody. Have you got a bigger audience than what she was expecting with that Snapchat filter, huh?
Yeah. Oh, man. So, anyway, we're here for the 103rd meeting of Harriman Rockwood. So are those 2 young ladies, and they're just, getting their game faces on with filters on them before this one starts up. But we will talk about this one and preview it when we get back. You are tuned in to the OEB Law Game of the Week.
To be honest, I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
I checked what the CDC says and spoke with my doctor about the potential side effects. It definitely made me much less anxious. She told me if I have some arm pain or feel tired, that's completely normal as my body builds a defense to the virus.
I was willing to take the vaccine to protect me, my family, and my friends.
Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
We do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT, $53,992. 2018 Nissan Murano, $28,890. 2016 GMC Terrain Denali, $24,890. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
Don't dig blind. Buried utilities are everywhere. Always contact 811 before you dig to have your utilities marked.
Planning a funeral can be difficult at best, but it can be a lot easier if you work with people who care. That's Davis Funeral Home in Harriman and Wartburg. Davis Funeral Home gives attention to every detail, ensuring your loved ones will be remembered with honor and integrity. Davis Funeral Home works very hard to give you the most professional service possible. Davis Funeral Homes, Morgan Avenue in Harriman and Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Davis Funeral Homes, people who care.
And welcome back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. We are about 5.5 minutes away from kickoff for the 103rd meeting between Harriman and Rockwood. These two teams have played as many times as Anita and Roger had Dalmatians. The two coaches of these programs are well tenured as well, as Harriman's Travis Tapp got the head job in 2003, and his record against Rockwood since then is 2-16. John Webb has been at Rockwood since 1996. Interesting to note, but Coach Webb's Tigers actually lost the first 4 tries against Harriman, but the Blue Devils have a state title appearance in there around that time and had a guy by the name of Jermaine Copeland donning the blue and white. Coach Webb is 19-6 against the school up north from him. What else can be said about this historic game?
It's one of the best games years in and years out. You know, it's the factor. You know, everybody wants to know, that's from Harriman. Well, how was Harriman? Well, what was that Rockwood score? You know, that's the grading factor between these two teams. So it's a big game.
Every game Harriman has played thus far has been a blowout. 2 losses to Kingston and Coalfield, 2 wins against Sell Creek and Sunbright. The losses were the first 2 games. The wins were the last 2 games. Meanwhile, Rockwood started the season with a big win against Oliver Springs, but it's been tough sailing since then with 3 losses to Sweetwater, Kingston, and Monterey. Is confidence a big factor tonight, or will these teams forget about all that stuff because of the rivalry?
Confidence always plays a factor. You know, Rockwood is not 100%. This is not the same Rockwood team that started the football season. They are banged up. So Harriman has a big opportunity here tonight.
Harriman averaged 9 points in losses and 44 points in wins. Likewise, Rockwood averaged 38 points in its closest games and only 7 in its 2 worst losses. I don't want to go Frank Caliendo, John Madden here, but the team that scores the most points will win tonight, which is something neither team has been able to really do in losses. Something has to give tonight, doesn't it?
Yes, to be honest, both clubs need to just more offensive production. It's been a stagnant kind of few weeks for both squads, really. So let's see if they can turn that around tonight.
So we are getting ready for the the coin toss as the captains are making their way onto the field. Before we do that, we need Hoot's helpful hints here. What are the keys for both of these teams tonight?
Well, for Rockwood, they have got to win in the trenches. They've got to have success in the running game and good defensive back play.
There you go.
Yep. See it on the board.
It's almost like we had this planned ahead of time. What about for Harriman?
They've got to have several turnovers tonight. They've got to have limited penalties, so mistake-free football, and they've got to win in the kicking game.
Which is so important, especially in these smaller classifications.
It's more important than a lot of people realize.
So as the captains make their way out onto the field, Rockwood is going to have the opportunity to call it in the air. Most teams defer. Do you expect Rockwood to defer if they win this toss? Actually, you know what? Whoever wins the toss, do you expect them to defer?
Actually, yeah, with both of these coaches, I do.
Old school coaches.
Both of them are defensive coaches. Travis Tapp has coached a lot of offense, but it's mainly because out of necessity. Most of his coaching stops have been smaller programs like Oakdale and Harriman, so he's had to call both sides of it.
Now, the last time Harriman has won the toss, the last time Harriman won this game was in 2016. Do you remember anything about that team around 2016?
Not that sticks out.
So Harriman is going to receive the kickoff. That's interesting. I didn't expect that either.
Travis Tapp's fired up.
Yeah.
I guess he wanted to make a statement here.
So the 2016 team, if I remember correctly, had some really talented players. Joe Pace was at quarterback. Isaiah McLean was lining up at a wide receiver. You had John Johnson out there. Those are athletes that also played basketball and went on to win a single A basketball championship. So
5 years ago.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago. Yeah, that was a heck of a class. They had athletes all over the place. Joe Pace was the quarterback of that team, and Coach Tapp would line up 4 and 5 wide and slung it all over the field. Not like Coach Tapp, but he knows that he can adapt his style to the players he has. And if you got somebody like Joe Pace at the time who could sling the rock around, then you set him up and let him do it.
Yeah, he was an outstanding athlete. Harriman's always had a couple athletes, and it's been a tough couple years for the Harriman Blue Devils. But hopefully they can start getting things figured out.
Two of the best athletes on the field tonight are going to be wearing those lower numbers, as number 1 for Rockwood is Jaden Hannibal, and number 3 for Rockwood is Jalen McCollum. Both extraordinary athletes, both really good basketball players as well.
Yeah, doesn't McCollum already have a couple Division I offers at smaller Division I programs?
Yeah, that kid was getting looked at when he was in 7th grade.
Yeah. But that is an excellent athlete that I would love to have the opportunity to coach. You throw the football up and let him go get it in a 50-50 opportunity, and that kid can make a difference.
The clock is reset as we get set for our Davis Funeral Homes kickoff. Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman and 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Those phone numbers 865-882-2000 or 423-346-2011. Their support in your time of need does not end at the funeral services. So for Rockwood, it is Hayden McLean. A high spinner to the right side of the field is taken deep around the 12-yard line. And for Harriman, making his way up the field is Nasir Stokes. And Stokes crosses the 30. And Harriman's going to have pretty decent field position to start this football game.
Tackle made by number 6, Zach Wright, a senior, 6 foot, 150-pounder.
It is Hayden McLean
for Rockwood. Good high kick for Rockwood. Good catch by the Harriman Blue Devils. Pretty good field vision, picked up a big block.
Yep.
Tiptoed to sidelines.
Yeah, you see that on the Chuck Fleischman replay. And Stokes is another pretty decent athlete, as Harriman's going to come out with 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. And first pass is caught. So Pelfrey's pass is complete by Travis Frazier. Just a pickup of a couple, though. We'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Pelfrey's pass complete to number 2, Travis Frazier. Gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So you see Coach Tapp on your screen there talking to his quarterback Pelfrey.
Pelfrey for the Blue Devils.
Pelfrey, that's another really good athlete here in Roane County. He's a stud athlete here for the Harriman Blue Devils. That has a really good set of wheels on him as well.
Now 3 wide receivers to the right. Pelfrey rolls out. He's under a lot of pressure. Somehow gets rid of the football and one-hops it to Camion Campbell.
Campbell incomplete.
See that athletic ability there with the escapability here shown on the Chuck Fleischman replay to be able to get outside the pocket and get rid of the football.
And I need to say, that young man's name is Camion Campbell, and I need to say that because last time we covered him, I got corrected on that, and so I want to make sure that I get that correct. So
got a one-on-one opportunity at the top of your screen.
Pelfrey takes a snap, lets it go. Pretty pass.
Intercepted.
And it's intercepted. So here's Rockwood going the other direction, and it's Landon Watts, and Watts barrels ahead. There is a flag in the backfield. We need to see what that is.
Number 10, Landon Watts, we have flag on the field.
That's in the area of a hold. And that's exactly what the call is. It's a hold. And Coach John Webb will decline that, and we are going to have a change of possession this early. If you see the Chuck Fleischman replay, it's a really good pass by Pelfrey, but throws it into double coverage. Campbell tries to make the catch, and the ball is knocked right into Watts' hands, and Watts knew what to do with it at that point.
Rockwood will assume possession.
Big opportunity for the Rockwood Tigers here with excellent field position.
1st and 10.
Yeah, Hammers 1st and 10. So Harriman began their first drive at the Blue Devil 34. Rockwood begins their first drive at the Blue Devil 32. Fickey. Handoff. This is Dakota Waldo. Waldo tries to get outside. He's brought down by Campbell. Gets all the way down to the 14-yard line, and that's enough for a Hammers 1st and 10.
Just a classic wing T play, the counter isolation play.
Number 2, Travis Frazier.
A lot of movement to get that defensive line standing up. Pull the guard and take off upfield. Great run by Dakota Waldo.
Quarterback for the Tigers, number 4, Xavier Hickman.
So Fickey lines up with Gerald Hannibal in the backfield and also Don Moran, and Moran gets the carry, gets around the right side and struts into the end zone. It is a touchdown, Rockwood.
Moran with the moves. He really put it on that right end for Harriman. Juked him on the inside and outran him to the end zone.
Great start for Rockwood.
Right there. And that is a great athlete that he did that to.
Yep. Chris Berman's whoop. So into the attempt the extra point is McLean. It's up and it is good. Your new score with 10:02 left to go in the first quarter. Rockwood leading over Harriman by a score of 7-0 on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
OEB Law is excited to be a part of this year's football season. School spirit is at an all-time high. OEB Law is proud to give back and support our community. Come cheer on these great teams with us. And remember, if you've been injured or need legal help, OEB Law will be there for you. So visit wreckintoacheck.com or give us a call, 865-546-1111, and let OEB Law turn your wreck into a check.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians. And for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances.
And welcome back into the OEB Law Game of the Week. On the return for Harriman is Nasir Stokes off of that Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Home with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman, 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Aaron Harvey joined now by Tim Elrod. We ran my favorite guy in the booth off for a second, and we brought in my second favorite guy in the booth, Mr. Elrod. I can't give you that first distinction, not
Those
yet.
Those are big shoes to fill,
That's right.
And I'm not trying to fill them.
So, Roane County football, the longest running rivalry in Tennessee, Harriman and Rockwood. Pretty spectacular night for football, too.
103 years. Chris, boy, he's going to get the edge there, isn't he?
Looks like it.
No,
Stokes is brought down by Watts.
You know, great weather tonight, cool. You can feel that chill in the air, and that just means it's time to play football. And I couldn't think of a better place to be than right here in Harriman at the oldest rivalry in the state. So very excited to be here.
Yeah, these two teams began playing all the way back in 1921. I wasn't there. You weren't there either, but that was a long time ago.
It was, and it's always good to see rivalries withstand the test of time, no matter what the politics are behind it. But these two teams have decided to put that aside and keep on playing. And, you know, especially with Harriman tonight, they come in, what, 3-2, 2-3, something like that?
Yeah, 3-2.
And Rockwood, 1-3.
Yep.
That was good open field tackling there. And it's getting chippy. You see threes talking to 7. There's no doubt about that. And that's what a rivalry is all about. These kids came to play. They know each other. They live, you know, right down the streets from each other. So
yeah, just a few miles apart.
Yeah, so it's a great night to be here, and I know that Rockwood's record might not reflect it, but they've got some great talent out there, as does Harriman, and it should be one of those chippy smash mouth games.
Yeah, see. What was it? One of the coaches said, "You are what your record says you are." But when you're talking about high school football with different classifications, that's not always the case. Rockwood with a really tough loss against 3A Sweetwater. That game had to go to double overtime. Rockwood led most of that game. Rockwood lost 21-0 to Kingston, but Rockwood held tough for almost all of that game, and Kingston is ranked in the top 10 in the state for Class 3A. So, yeah, Rockwood's record is not the best, but they're a pretty solid football team.
Oh, they're a very solid football team. They've got they've got some speed out there. They've got some size in the line. They're controlling the line of scrimmage right now. You know, that last play that number 1 had him covered over the top, the zone underneath, and the quarterback didn't get it there. Or, you know, he could have found that hole, but yeah, it's interesting to see Harriman coming out, slinging the ball. Now they're punting.
Yeah, that's Nick Pelfrey, the quarterback, with a little quick kick, and Hannibal can't cover it. Now, Rockwood fell on that, which is good. I don't know if Hannibal touched it, and if he didn't,
looked like he touched it.
He may have. And so if he did, then that's a huge break for Rockwood.
Absolutely. You know, that could have went the other way, and momentum could have changed. But now Rockwood has the opportunity to capitalize on a mistake that was made. But Rockwood runs that wing tee, right? That's what that is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he touched that.
Yep.
Yeah, he touched that.
Yeah, huge break for Rockwood there.
Yeah. But they run that wing tee, and it kind of sucks people in, and then when they spread it out like they're spreading that out right now, some teams don't know how to react to that. They don't see it as much.
Yeah, they don't do that very often, Rockwood. And now Ficky's just going to keep it around the end, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds.
Oh.
Yeah, that was excessive.
Yeah, well, there's no love loss here, and that's what makes a good rivalry. And, you know, so long as the kids are playing hard and just trying to stay on the field, that makes for a good game.
Yeah, I see that happened right in front of Coach John Webb in his khaki shorts.
Well, it looks like you got a flag for it. So, well, wait a minute. They're going.
Yeah, personal foul.
Yeah. Little late.
It was late. It was the correct call, though, as you'll see on the Chuck Fleischman replay. as Fickey gets outside, and then that was very extra. And you saw Coach Webb, he was pointing.
Yeah, it didn't help that it was right in front of the coach.
Yeah.
Either, so
that's going to set Rockwood up at the 48-yard line with a Hammers 1st and 10. So Rockwood moving the football. It only took them 2 plays to get it to the end zone last time, but they had a lot better field position here. There's that wing tee.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. You just don't know where the ball's going.
No,
1,
it's
2,
really
3.
tough. And now it goes to Don Moran, the young man who scored the touchdown, and goes around the right side, switches position. Look at that move.
Moves. That's like Madden hitting the B button.
Yeah, and then Moran gets all the way inside the 10 before he's finally brought down. What a play.
3 or 4 moves there at least for him to break it open, but he was running in a lot of traffic and really got through it.
My goodness.
Number 9, Don Moran.
But that's what, those are the kinds of plays Rockwood's going to need on a consistent basis. 1, 2, there's an arm tackle, arm tackle, arm tackle, arm tackle.
Golly.
Just moving the ball down the field. That's
is finally run down from behind by Nasir Stokes, but Rockwood set up with a Hammers 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. And we've got a timeout, Rockwood, so they're going to set up with a 1st and goal and talk about it.
If they can score on this one, that'll really put Harriman in a hole, and it'll be one of those 40-minute games, long games for them to get back in it if Rockwood goes up quick like this.
Yeah, it would be tough. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. While you wait, visit pattersonsappliances.com and shop online for quality home appliances today. Also like to say a big thank you to Mayor Mike Brillo Miller and council members Bobby Anderson, Steve Bryant, Peggy Evans, Mike Fuller, Harold Holloway, and April Faust Wilson, all big fans of the Rockwood Fighting Tigers, and hope that they have a winning season this year so that they will be in the playoff picture at the end of the regular season. As Mayor Brillo Miller would say, go Tigers, play hard tonight, and win, win, win. Of course, this game doesn't get them any closer to the playoffs as it's out of the region, but it's interesting. These two teams have kind of gone back and forth in classifications. When Rockwood won their state championship in 1976, they were single A, and when Harriman played for a state championship in, I believe it was 1994, they were double A, and now those roles are reversed as Rockwood is the double A team.
Big number 7,
Harriman
pounding
is
it through. Did you see that? He hit
he's in the end zone. Touchdown Rockwood.
That's like, wow, he bounced off one and did not stop.
So, yeah, that's Jaden Hannibal's brother, Gerald. A little bit different of a build there.
Definitely a different build and definitely a different style of running. Look at that. Bang. Kept his balance.
He was
kept the knee
so
off
close
the
to being
ground.
down.
Broke the plane. Touchdown Rockwood. No
what a
doubt.
run by Hannibal.
That was great. Oh.
Extra point is up by McLean, and it is good. So now the Tigers lead 14-0 with 6:49 left to go in this first quarter. So Rockwood all over them early. So
all over them.
It's already been a really fantastic year for high school football, and I know that you were watching that game last night, Alcoa and West. Just a spectacular football game.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play Alcoa, I think the stat is no team other than Maryville has beat them in, I don't know, a very long time.
Yeah.
And last night's just one of those, wow, a lot of penalties, put it into overtime, double overtime, extra point decides it.
Yeah.
I mean, but otherwise the game between the 20s was an absolute, just a great ball game. Both teams are well polished, but that's high school football in East Tennessee.
Yeah, that game went to overtime with a 7-7 deadlock. As we get set for our Davis Funeral Home kickoff, Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman, 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. McLean's kick, another high spinner.
Let's see if Harriman can do something with it, get him some good field position, or try to get an explosive play. He keeps looking for the sidelines.
Yeah.
He's just getting strung out.
Yeah.
Oh. Just can't, he don't want to go down, no doubt about it.
Stokes gets it up to about the 25-yard line, and that's where Harriman will take over with the Hammers 1st and 10. So, it's pretty exciting. You sponsor these high school football games, and you get to be there in attendance. So, you get to see all the Thursday games and you get to see all the Friday games. That's a pretty good deal.
That's right. Nothing better than coming out to a high school football game, making a great donation to the school so they can use that in their community to help these kids. And, especially at the single A, double A, triple A levels, it's really meaningful. And that's what we like to do when we're being part of the community.
Yeah, as we've got an end around now.
Yeah.
And that goes to Frazier, and
it's like
Frazier's run out
Harriman's
of
just
bounds.
looking for their identity on offense. Who are they going to be tonight? Are they going to throw it over the top of a couple of times, or are they going to keep testing the edges? Apparently they don't want to test the middle, and that could be due to the number 7 in the middle of that defensive front for Rockwood.
Yeah, Rockwood is pretty big up front. But yeah,
we're 71 on Harriman's no slouch there. I mean, they've got some size up front, so.
Well, we appreciate everything you do for these schools. We know that they appreciate it, and we appreciate you being a part of our broadcast. And we always look forward to talking to you and getting your perspective on things as well. As you see Nick Pelfrey rolling out, he's going to have to tuck it. Gets up to about the 30.
Yeah, they've got good coverage downfield. There's no doubt about it. He was looking for number 2 going over the top again and just couldn't pull the trigger on the throw. Maybe it would have been a 50-50 ball, but.
That'll bring up 3rd and, let's call it 3rd and 4. 6:08 clock running here in the first quarter. What do you think about that Tennessee game tomorrow? Let's go ahead and get.
Yeah, well, there's 2 different colors of oranges, and 14, 21 points. That would be respectful for the Vols.
Yeah.
But they Florida.
As here's Pelfrey.
Finally got it.
It's McCollum. McCollum with a lot of running room. Crosses midfield. Still on his feet. To the 45, to the 30. Now in a foot race to the 20. Finally brought down around the 13-yard line by Eric Thurman. But there's a big play for Harriman.
I feel like I'm playing Madden because they keep hitting the B button, spinning out of tackles with all those arm tackles. So, that's a big momentum changer for Harriman, and maybe they can capitalize on it and put some points on the board.
Hammers 1st and 10 in the red zone now for Harriman. Trying to get some points on this board. Already down 2 scores as Harriman won the coin toss and elected to receive.
Yeah, they definitely need a score right here of some kind.
So, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to ask about the Tennessee game, but I don't know if I really want to talk about it because I don't know how much of a chance they've got tomorrow.
Yeah. If Florida, is he going to get the edge? No, Rockwood's just getting a great push up front.
Ooh.
Oh, gang tackle. Really laid him out on that one. But yeah, if Florida comes out flat, Tennessee goes up early, at least, they'll keep it interesting to the 4th quarter, and then they'll probably just do their thing. So, or maybe they get a win and create some buzz around this area.
That would be huge.
That would be nice.
A loss of around 6. We'll call it 2nd and 16 for Harriman as they are set up now at the 21-yard line of Rockwood.
Yeah, Rockwood really had a good push on that last play, so we'll see if they can get the same push.
3 wide receivers to the right. Now one of those goes in motion. Now just comes back.
Oh.
And we've got...
probably movement.
Yeah. False start on Harriman. They're going backwards again, bring up about a 2nd and 21.
It's going to make them want to throw the ball again, and I'm sure Rockwood will be back there waiting on it or putting the pressure up front. They've had some success with it so far, so. You just can't have negative plays back, and especially back-to-back ones when you just, got some momentum in the game. And 2 penalties will just set you back, and they were pretty clear penalties.
So here's Pelfrey, lines up with 2 in the backfield with him, drops straight back to pass. Tries to set up screen. One-handed catch by Campbell, and Campbell gets all the way up to the 15-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage.
That's making a huge effort. What a great one-handed catch there. That's a highlight reel moment, no doubt.
So you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, Pelfrey sets up the screen, and he reached back. He was moving to his left and reached back across with his right hand and pulled that one down.
That was like a rebounding move in basketball. He reached up there and snatched that thing right in.
That's a heck of a play by Campbell.
Yeah,
so now that'll make it 3rd and a long 11 for Harriman in 4-down territory, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Pelfrey sets up the fade pattern. Back shoulder throw is complete.
Wow.
Touchdown, Rockwood. And that's Jalen McCollum.
Harriman really, it was a good play. It was a timing play. He threw a good ball, good tight spiral. Back shoulder throw, like you said, for Harriman. And, wow, he made the play, and that put the points on the board that they desperately needed, and that's going to get this crowd back into it. I can see confetti down in the stands. They're going nuts.
Boy, that was pretty.
Nice.
So now Harriman is going to line up. They don't really have much of a kicking game, so they will go for 2 here.
Wow.
As Pelfrey lines up. He's got Stokes in the backfield with him. Pelfrey rolls to his right, looks. Now he's just going to keep it and walk in. And all of a sudden, the Blue Devils are within 6 of Rockwood with 2:58 left to go in the first quarter. Tim Elrod, hang on to your hat because we've got a good one. And thank you so much for joining us and everything you do.
Hey, thanks for having me, and look forward to the rest of the game.
We will have the Harriman's kickoff when we get back on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Welcome back into your OEB Law Game of the Week as Harriman gets one on the board. The score now is 14-8 as the Tigers lead over the Blue Devils 2:58 in the oldest rivalry in high school football in Tennessee. I'm Aaron Harvey, now rejoined by James Hoot Gibson. What do you think about that drive?
What a drive. Harriman tossing the ball all over the place, and the Harriman players making some big-time plays.
And look at this kickoff. It's going to be picked up by Don Moran, and Moran with a really good return cuts it back to the right, making guys miss all over the place.
Don Moran is on it today.
Golly. We've seen a lot of nifty plays already in this game.
It's every year it's like that with these two programs. Check this replay out.
Moran takes it out.
And, it was kind of a poor play by Rockwood to allow that to roll the way that they did.
Well, it gave Harriman a lot of time to get down the field.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Harriman, not only is it important to get down the field in a hurry, but you got to be able to make a tackle.
Moran is hard to tackle.
He is. He has had a game tonight as well.
Yes, he has. So with the Hammers 1st and 10, here's Fickey. A quick pitch out goes to Hannibal. Hannibal gets across the 45 down to the 44. Quick 5-yard pickup on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Big number 71, Chase Johnson, in on the tackle for the Harriman Blue Devils. You see big number 71 here lined up on the right defensive end. Sheds the block, runs down the line of scrimmage, and makes the tackle. Can't ask much more out of a defensive lineman than that.
If they were playing hide and seek out there, Jaden Hannibal could hide behind that dude and you wouldn't see any part of him. 2nd and 5 as Rockwood comes out in that wing tee. Gerald Hannibal in the backfield behind Fickey. Fickey fakes the pitch, now runs into Waldo before he hands it off to him. Something wasn't quite right with that one.
I tell you, if I'm Harriman's defensive coordinator, I'm making Rockwood's quarterback beat me. I'm going man coverage and setting everybody else in the line of scrimmage. Playing runs.
Tackled by number 51, Xavier Hickman.
Clock winding down. We've got 1:20 left to go in this first quarter. Rockwood will face a 3rd and 3.
Brody Webb substituting late with the play call. Still some confusion.
Under 10 on the play clock. Here's Fickey. Takes a snap, handoff goes to Waldo from left to right. Waldo trying to get the edge. He does. Hop somebody! And he's going down the field. Dakota Waldo is going to score, but there's a penalty at about the 45-yard line, and I'm pretty sure this one's coming back, unfortunately.
Waldo went off. That was insane.
Oh, my God.
He hurdled that dude and cleared him by 3 foot.
Oh, man. Look at this Chuck Fleischman replay. Waldo gets the carry this time. Tries to find the edge.
Good job right here of stiff-arming the Harriman DB.
Now, here comes the leap.
Woo!
And then to finish the play off as well in the end zone.
Big-time play by Waldo.
If I'm Waldo right now, I am ticked off.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I'm like, I made guys miss. You didn't have to hold. I've got this, guy. Come on.
Man, well, I guarantee you that's still going to be on his huddle highlight film.
Oh, yeah. You know it is.
That was a big-time play for Waldo and that Rockwood Tiger football team. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going after the big penalty.
3rd and 17 is what Rockwood faces now. Fickey, 3-step drop, looks, now just lets it fly. He's going to try to get Hannibal to run under it, and he does! Hannibal breaks free to the 10, untouched, touchdown, Rockwood.
Back-to-back plays by the Rockwood Tigers.
Golly.
Jaden Hannibal.
I'm not going to have a voice when this is over. This
Man, you just can't beat these high school football games.
This is utterly insane.
The oldest high school rivalry in Tennessee is not letting down so far.
And so Fickey sees he's got a one-on-one matchup with Hannibal, as Harriman has one safety deep. And then it's just Hannibal out-jumps Campbell and then finishes the play. The extra point is up, and it is good. So now with 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Rockwood adds to the lead now over the Blue Devils, 21-8 in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for the Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman, 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Their support in your time of need does not end after funeral services. Make sure to visit davisfuneralhomes.com to see what all they can do for you.
What an environment here tonight in Harriman, Tennessee. Looks like it's camouflage night as both sidelines have camouflage on in the student sections.
Kickoff, a high spinner, this time going to the left. Normally it was going to the right, and that's taken by Campbell at about the 25, and Campbell breaks a couple tackles and gets up to the 33-yard line, and that is where Harriman will have a Hammers 1st and 10 with 14 seconds left to go in this first quarter. So we've almost played one quarter, and you've had 29 points scored in this one so far. It's been a fun football game so far.
It's been a highlight-filled football game so far, and it's only the first quarter?
Yeah.
14 seconds left?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to see what this second quarter's going to bring.
They give Kamai and Campbell the 34.
To the bottom of your screen.
Or the 39, rather. And yeah, quad set up. Quick screen goes to Campbell. Campbell tries to get around the outside. Massive hit as he's met on the play by Eric Thurmond. 8 seconds now, and the first quarter remaining. Clock is stopped after Campbell goes out of bounds. Look at this hit. Bam!
Yeah, Thurman's a big-time linebacker for Rockwood. He's a bigger-bodied guy, 6'1", 180, 190. And he's been playing some football. They're expecting more out of him moving forward.
just a pickup of 2 on the play. Bring up second and a long 8. Pelfrey in the shotgun. Ooh. I believe we're going to have an encroachment penalty on Rockwood.
Looked like Jaden Gilbert moved early for the Rockwood Tigers.
That's a 5-yard penalty. So that will make it a second and long 3.
And about 3.
Harriman wide receivers and quarterback getting a play call from Coach Tapp on the sideline.
So Pelfrey sends 3 out to his left, 1 to the near side. Handoff goes to Stokes. Stokes tries to get to the outside, does. Gets across midfield, takes a big hit, and down around the 42-yard line. It's going to be a Hammers 1st and 10 for Harriman, and that is how this first quarter will come to a close. The Rockwood Tigers have had 3 possessions. They've scored on all 3 of them, but Harriman with the ball and driving, trailing 21-8 on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
(1952). That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Close-up of the mismatch on the side.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. I am Aaron Harvey, joined by James Gibson. It is 1st and 10 for Harriman. As here's Pelfrey, takes a snap, quick out to McCollum. McCollum reaches for the 40.
Number 3, Jordan McCollum.
And they'll give him,
by number
maybe, do they give him the 40 or right across the 40? They just gave him the 40. So pick up 3, takes bring him second and 7. You see the McCollum with that long wingspan.
Yeah, it's a big mismatch there. Maybe we can get a close-up on the next play. They've got, I mean, he's every bit of, what, 6'6"?
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Against Hannibal, who's 5'6", so he's a foot taller and with a wingspan that is very impressive.
Hannibal playing off of him as Pelfrey takes a snap and rolls to his right, finds an open Campbell. Beautiful throw by Nick Pelfrey.
Touchdown saving tackle by Fickey there for the Rockwood Tigers. Big time play by the Harriman Devils.
That's going to place the ball on the 14. You see this Chuck Fleischman replay. Beautiful throw. So a Hammers 1st and 10 from the 14 as Harriman has entered the red zone once again.
A lot of field out here to the bottom of your screen with a 6'6" wide receiver.
That's a pretty good observation, and McCollum is out on an island, and I think maybe Coach Tapp saw that because he's going to call a timeout, maybe draw something up here. So this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Check out our new store at 1067 South Walnut Avenue in Cookeville, now open for business. This is your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
I'd like to say once again a thank you to Mayor Mike Brillo Miller and council members for the city of Rockwood, Bobby Anderson, Steve Bryant, Peggy Evans, Mike Fuller, Harold Holloway, and April Faust Wilson, all big fans of the Rockwood Fighting Tigers. Hope they have a winning season this year so that they will be in the playoff picture come season's end. As Mayor Brillo Miller would say, go Tigers, play hard tonight, and win, win, win. And Mike Brillo Miller was on that state championship team back in 1976.
Look at the size difference here for the Harriman Blue Devils. 6'6" versus 5'6".
Yeah, and Pelfrey's rolling that way. Dumps it off underneath to Campbell. Campbell can't catch it, but Hannibal is on an island against McCollum in this current setup.
They actually used him as a diversion, trying to get double coverage on him and try to sneak the number 2 wide receiver underneath him, except the quarterback just wasn't able to get the ball there. Good actual play call.
Some scores of interest for you. Fulton leads Bearden at halftime, 15-10. In the first quarter, the last score we have is Gordonsville up on Coalfield by a score of 7-0. Let's see. There was another one that I was really interested in. In the second quarter, Elizabethton up on Anderson County 7-0.
But that Kingston score.
We've got a timeout against Rockwood. So I tell you what, let's go to break, and then I will update you on that Kingston score when we get back. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, proudly serving your community since 1965 because we care, on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
To make a big difference in this world. It starts here at Roane State Community College. There's never been a greater need for health science graduates, and Roane State has the program to get you there. With 11 different health science degrees and 7 certificates offered, the choice is yours. Roane State, healthcare heroes start here. Apply now at roanestate.edu.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. 2 straight timeouts there, but you said you wanted an update on the Kingston score. The last count I have is in the second quarter. Campbell County leading over the Yellow Jackets by a score of 14-0. Big score there.
As a guessing man, I'd say that is passing touchdowns for the Campbell County Cougars.
How about Carnes up 34-7 over Carter?
Wow. That running game of Carnes is impressive with one of the better running backs in East Tennessee.
So here is Nick Pelfrey, sends 3 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Pelfrey, quick drop, looks, reverses field. Now finally lets it go, and that pass is incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind McCollum. Possibly would have had a touchdown, but definitely would have had the first down there.
Yeah, he would love to have that back, as if he hits the wide receiver and stride, that's an easy touchdown.
Yeah, you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
See him sneak in behind the linebackers and just threw it behind him.
Yeah, and Hannibal almost picked that off after it went off the hands of McCollum.
That's not one that you want picking a ball off, because he can turn that into 6.
Yeah. So looks like same formation for Pelfrey and this Harriman Blue Devil team facing a 3rd and 10. Pelfrey, quick drop, now gets rid of it to Campbell. Kamayan Campbell makes one guy miss and gets down to the 5, and that's going to be close to a first down.
What a second effort by the Harriman Blue Devil there to fight for the extra yardage.
Wow. Campbell just comes open underneath. Makes Don Moran miss. And he's just shy of the 5-yard line, so it's 4th and inches.
If I'm Travis Tapp, I'm going for it.
Oh, without question.
Line up under center and do what you do.
So the way Coach Tapp does it is he has his quarterback come over to the sideline and get the play. You wonder if they don't maybe try a hard count at first before going ahead and snapping it, but Harriman's going to take a timeout here. There's 5 seconds on the play clock, and 9:19. Well, clock continues to run. It finally stops. 9:16 left to go in this second quarter. Coach Tapp needs some time to draw up the play that he's going to run next. This time out brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. We service what we sell with in-house factory-trained appliance service technicians. We'll be back on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. We've got a good one here as, look at that, that's our owner, Brad Jones's daughter. Saying, Dad, get this camera out of my face. I'm trying to hang out with my friends. Old Naomi. You know, I remember seeing pictures of Naomi when she was just a wee little tot, and so to see her now, all grown up, that's
makes you feel old, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Pelfrey's going to go under center and sneak it. Pelfrey definitely has the Hammers first and goal.
Quarterback sneak, number 5, Pelfrey keeps. First and
So Harriman is adaptable. They have been lining up in a shotgun position, but for that 4th and inches, lines up under center, does Pelfrey, and picks up the easy first down on a sneak. Ball is spotted just inside the 4-yard line, so it'll be a Hammers first and goal. And Harriman is in striking distance.
Quarterback draw.
3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Under center's Pelfrey. Pelfrey just going to sneak it again. And that line is driving, and that's a touchdown, Harriman. 8:40 left to go in the first quarter. Harriman back on the board. And that, how about that? Sneak it 2 plays in a row, and it's just like, my bigs against your bigs, let's do it.
And it looks like, unfortunately for Harriman, one of their bigs is slow to get up.
Let's watch this Chuck Fleischman replay. Oh, he just
timeout for injury.
It's just, my guys are better than your guys, is what Harriman said right there. And it paid off for him. Touchdown, Harriman.
It did, but Brendan House is injured on the play. That's the unfortunate thing about the tough thing about being a lineman. Now, see, you have done that. That's where you played. But you've got stuff going on behind you, and you can get rolled up on so easily. And what they say is true, and I know it as I've gotten older. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Because, you know, I used to be a little thing, and it didn't hurt me at all to fall, but it bothers me quite a bit now. Looking at that ankle.
Yeah, and this is single A football for Harriman. And, you know, when a big guy that is a starter like that has an injury and slows him down, that's a significant impact to the game for the Harriman Blue Devils.
He's not putting any weight on that leg, so
it's not good. Prayers for that young man, a speedy recovery, and hopefully get him over there and get to looking at it and get him back in this ball game if all's well.
So now Harriman again, without much of a kicking game, is going to line up and go for 2, just like they did before. So Pelfrey sends 3 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left, sends Campbell in motion, rolls to his right, now tries to fire it at Campbell. The pass is picked off by Hannibal, Gerald Hannibal. And so that ends the play, as you cannot advance a turnover on a 2-point conversion in high school. So with 8:40 left to go, Harriman cuts the lead to 7. It's 21-14 in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. I should get this. Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Back your OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, James Hoop Gibson along with you. It is Harriman, it is Rockwood. The Tigers lead 21-14, and they await the Davis Funeral Home kickoff from Harriman with 8:40 left to go in the first half. Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman and 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Here's the kick. A low spiral, and that is taken by Landon Watts at about the 30-yard line. Watts runs completely across to the other side of the field and then bulldozes a defender. Rockwood is going to have really good field position to start this drive, as the ball will be spotted at the 48.
You know, we've said that a lot here tonight with Rockwood having good field position, and it's a trend that is carrying on throughout this ball game. If Harriman is going to keep this ball game close, they have got to swap the field position with Rockwood. They've got to do a little bit better on the kickoff team and the punt teams of trying to flip field position.
Yeah, because Harriman has had to go the distance on their drives. Rockwood not as much. So Hammer's 1st and 10, wing tee set for Fickey. Hands off goes to Gerald Hannibal. Hannibal up the middle, and a very quick pickup of about 7 yards will bring up 2nd and short for Rockwood.
Again, Hannibal's 230, 235 pounds. And that's a big old running back running in single A football. And you see there, it takes more than just an arm tackle to tackle Mr. Hannibal.
Maybe call him Gerald Hanna Bowling Ball. Bowling Bull. Second 3. Fickey, wing tee. This time, handoff's going to go to Waldo. Waldo tries to get the edge and does. Unbelievable. Gets upfield. Look at that. Dakota Waldo, stop hitting me. You're hurting my leg.
Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, where is Waldo? He's right there. What a play.
This is the
Watch
same.
this Chuck Fleischman replay.
This is the same guy that hurtled somebody
Poor
earlier.
corner sees it, comes up to make a tackle. Crack!
Maybe thought he's going to hurdle him again and sent him helicoptering off the field.
Highlight night is what this is. Whew, I'm fired up.
I am too. This is a fun football
Guys
game.
don't go anywhere. This is classic high school football with plays all over the field. You can't get any better.
Hammers 1st and 10 with just over 7 minutes left to go in this first half. Here's Fickey. Fickey bobbles the snap. Now keeps it, looks, throws it, overthrows his intended target, and that time he was trying to get Dom Moran.
Number 9, Moran, incomplete.
Just a little bit too high. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 as you see this Chuck Fleischman replay. You know, if you saw that Chuck Fleischman replay, Jaden Hannibal was over there in the flat just clapping his hands saying, hey, give it to me, because there was nobody within 10 yards of him.
And I guarantee you that coaching staff over there with the likes of Larry Davis and company saw that, so they will draw something up.
So we got a scoring update in the second quarter. Campbell County up on Kingston 28-0.
Woo! The Cougars on fire.
Fickey, a reverse, and this goes to Moran, and Moran gets up across the 10.
A move by Moran here. He is an athlete showing out tonight.
Tackle made by number 32, Trey
You see her on the Chuck Fleischman replay, gets the ball, cuts back inside. Look at that. Jukes out 2 Harriman defenders.
Stops on a dime. Yeah, that play could have been stopped in the backfield, but thanks to Moran's moves, it's actually a pickup of 4. We'll bring up 3rd and 6 inside the 10-yard line for Rockwood. Here's Fickey. Handoff goes to Gerald Hannibal, and the bowling ball gets the strike. Touchdown, Rockwood. And he knocked down a couple pins on his way to the end zone.
That is a horse. Very familiar football player by the likes of Jerome Bettis.
The bus.
The bus. and after you tackle that guy, you feel like you want to get back on the bus.
McLean's extra point is up, and it is good for Rockwood. The Tigers double up on Harriman. They lead this game 28-14 with 6:13 left to go in the first half here in the longest rivalry in Tennessee high school football on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for our Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Home with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman and 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Their support and your time in need does not end after the funeral service. Go to davisfuneralhomes.com.
Rockwood has short kicked it every time. Let's see if there's any adjustments.
Nope. And now Harriman's going to have really good field position. It was almost disastrous for Harriman.
Looks like there's a penalty down on the far side of the field.
Yeah. And for Harriman, that kick was recovered by Colin Cagle.
On their own, 47, first and 10. Correction, 42.
Mr. Whitehat about to give us a signal. Sideline warning on Rockwood. So Harriman has a Hammers first and 10 at the Blue Devil 42-yard line. Now sends quads out to the left, empty backfield. Quick pass to Campbell, bounced off his leg.
Heads up play by Landon Watts. Pressed the lead wide receiver, knew that what they were going to do.
Quads out to the left, empty backfield.
Got a hand on the ball. You see he's eyeballing the quarterback the whole way. Great recognition by that young man.
Lining up with 4 wide receivers and running those little screen plays reminds me of covering Scott Stevens when he was the coach at Sunbright. He liked to run a lot of 4 wide sets.
Had more success at Sunbright than pretty much anyone with consistency ever.
Oh, yeah. Now Pelfrey on 2nd and 10 lets it fly, and that pass is almost picked off by Xavier Hickman. Trying to find Campbell again.
Campbell incomplete. It's 3rd and 10.
Nick Pelfrey's got a pretty good arm on him. That wasn't his best throw of the night, though.
Rockwood defensive backs are doing a really good job of covering who is open. And almost every time that Pelfrey's thrown the ball, there's been double coverage on that wide receiver. So let's see if they can get some separation. Keep an eye on a screen or a draw situation here.
Now, are you surprised that they haven't gone McCollum's way a little bit more?
Honestly, I am, but you can't go to him as much as you probably like. But I would expect to see more balls thrown his way.
So here's Pelfrey. Looks, he's under immense pressure, gets rid of it somehow. That pass falls incomplete, intended for Stokes, and it's going to be 4th and 10.
Pass intended for Stokes, incomplete, and bring up 4th and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Looked like a screen play that went awry. Yep.
Somehow able to still get rid of that football, though. So Harriman sends a punt unit on. Their punter is the quarterback, Nick Pelfrey, and Pelfrey doesn't line up too far behind the line of scrimmage, so this makes it look like a quick kick that you may see in college or the NFL. And we've got a flag on the play from the back judge, which normally would indicate a delay of game, but there's still time on the play clock. There's no flag on the play. Well, okie dokie then. But yeah, the quick kick, you don't see it very often, but I remember when Tennessee had Tyler Bray, they let Tyler Bray run the quick kick a couple times. So here's Pelfrey. Just a one-step little boomer, and that ball goes out of bounds. We'll have to see where they mark it. They're going to give it the 30. Nope. Going to give it the 40-yard line. So that's where Rockwood will take over with the Hammers 1st and 10. With 5:47 left to go in this first half, the Tigers clinging to a 14-point lead can add to it here. Rockwood has scored on every single one of its possessions, and Harriman has punted twice and thrown an interception. So that's the difference in the score right now.
It is, but this Harriman offense can score at any given time. So, 28-14, 2 touchdowns, Harriman can score it quick if they can slow down this Rockwood offense.
So Fickey, handoff goes to Waldo, and Waldo is gobbled up and dropped after picking up maybe a yard.
Big tackle that time by Xavier Hickman. Came up and laid a solid hit on the Rockwood football player. Boom.
Gain of about 3.
Still picked up 3.
Yeah. We'll call that second and a long 7 or a short 8. Somewhere around in there. Fickey out of that wing tee. Fakes the pitch to Waldo. Instead, it's a handoff to Moran, and Moran has tons of green in front of him. In fact, he's going to score. Touchdown, Rockwood. Dom Moran in the end zone again. Have you a night, young man.
What a play by Dom Moran. He has been on fire all night long.
34-14 is your new score. Just like the first drive of the game, it took Rockwood 2 plays to find pay dirt. McLean will line up to attempt the extra point. He's perfect so far tonight. Trying to make it 5 for 5. It's up, and it's good. Your new score, Rockwood 35. Harriman 14 with 4:51 left to go in the first half. As you see this Chuck Fleischman replay, Dom Moran. Whew. Look at this speedster go. Gets into the end zone.
5'8", 130 pounds.
Speedster. So Mayor Mike Brillo Miller and council members for the city of Rockwood, got to be loving this one right now. That includes Bobby Anderson, Steve Bryant, Peggy Evans, Mike Fuller, Harold Holloway, and April Faust Wilson. All big fans of the Rockwood Fighting Tigers. Hope they have a winning season this year so that they will be in the playoff picture at the end of the regular season. As Mayor Brillo Miller would say, go Tigers, play hard tonight, and win, win, win. And Rockwood certainly set up in a good position to win, win, win this game. Remember, too, as this first half winds down, Harriman won the toss, elected to receive, threw an interception. 2 plays later, Rockwood led this thing 7-0. So as Harriman gets the ball back with under 5 minutes left, they don't want to give the ball back to Rockwood and give Rockwood a chance to score and then get the ball back to start the second half. But with Harriman throwing the football, if they get stalled, not a lot of time comes off the clock. So we'll see. Here's McLean's kickoff. It's a high spinner. Taken inside the 10-yard line. And that's by Travis Frazier. And Frazier finds some open running room. Gets upfield, makes a ton of guys miss. Gets across the 40. Going to be brought down at the 43-yard line. A heck of a return by Travis Frazier. And Harriman's going to have pretty good field position to start this thing.
They really are. Let's see if that Harriman offense can capitalize on the good field position that the big kick return gave them.
First and 10, Harriman.
Kickoff, of course, brought to you by Davis Funeral Home. Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you. Their support in your time of need does not end after funeral services. And we've got an official timeout. We've got an issue with the chains, I think. Got that squared away, so back ready to go. Pelfrey, the quarterback for this Harriman football team, sends 3 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Pelfrey, under a lot of pressure, finally gets rid of it. It goes to McCollum. McCollum makes 1 move, then starts getting upfield. He's going to have a pickup of about 14 yards, which will bring up a Hammers 1st and 10 in Rockwood territory. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line.
Good job by the quarterback of finding an open target. Good job by the wide receiver avoiding contact and making a good tackle and picking up some tough yardage.
Man, Waldo got to that football fast.
He is a great athlete for Rockwood. Great defensive player and excellent running back.
So Harriman moving the chains. They've been able to do that all night. They just haven't been able to stop Rockwood. Pelfrey in the pistol this time. 2 wideouts either side. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, lets it go, caught by Campbell, and Campbell's drilled. Zadrian Fickey coming in with the spear, but Campbell holds on to the football, and Harriman moves the chains again.
Big catch by Campbell. That's what you want to see out of wide receivers. Catch the ball, most important thing. Boom, took a big hit, held on to the football, most importantly.
They got right up.
Of course, it caught the football.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kamine Campbell has shown that he's been pretty reliable tonight. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout. Rockwood is going to take a timeout. And so we'll do the same thing. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Hiring now for sales, delivery techs, and service techs. Find us on Indeed to apply.
To be honest, I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
I checked what the CDC says and spoke with my doctor about the potential side effects. It definitely made me much less anxious. She told me if I have some arm pain or feel tired, that's completely normal as my body builds a defense to the virus.
I was willing to take the vaccine to protect me, my family, and my friends.
Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
And back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. 3:21 left to go in this first half. Harriman driving.
That was Rockwood's 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Ball is spotted at the Rockwood 30. Pelfrey, 2 receivers to either side, 1 man in the backfield. That's Stokes. Pelfrey, pump fakes to his left. Moves to his right, throws it back across the middle. Man's there, and it's caught! Woo! My goodness. What a catch. Grayson Christ. What a throw.
Yeah, what a throw. Scrambling around, kept his eyes downfield on his targets. An issue that Tennessee quarterbacks have had all year long, that Mr. Pelfrey hasn't mastered. Hit his target downfield. Clutch play by Cross.
Hammers 1st and goal. His ball is spotted around the 3-yard line. So Pelfrey, same formation. Stokes in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff to Stokes, and Pelfrey's just going to keep it. He's going to run untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Harriman.
What a response by the Harriman Blue Devils to make the ball game 20-35. Looks like they're going to go for 2 again.
And again, the big difference is they just haven't been able to stop Harriman or Rockwood on defense. As you see that Chuck Fleischman replay, you got to think Harriman has to feel pretty good. You go into halftime, maybe try to make some defensive adjustments, and then come out, try to get a couple stops. You got to like the way your offense is playing.
Yeah, Harriman's offense has been playing. Looks like Harriman's going to have to take a quick timeout.
Yeah, Coach Travis Happ wants to talk about this. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Follow us on Facebook for appliance specials, job postings, and more.
We do everything from checklists and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT, $53,992. 2018 Nissan Murano, $28,890. 2016 GMC Terrain Denali, $24,890. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
And back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. 2:35 left to go in this first half. Harriman with a pending two-point conversion upcoming. Nick Pelfrey walks his team up to the field. Tight formation, three wideouts to the left.
Watch for a rollout.
Stokes in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Stokes. Rolls to his right, dumps the pass off. It's incomplete. Had a man there.
2-point try, no good.
Just threw it a little bit short there. So now Rockwood's lead is 35-20, again with 2:35 left to go in this first half in the oldest rivalry in Tennessee high school football history.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for the Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Homes with two locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman and 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Go to davisfuneralhomes.com, and this kickoff goes out of bounds.
It goes out of bounds.
So Rockwood will have the option to make Harriman re-kick it 5 yards deeper than before. Or they can take the football at the 40. Coach John Webb, speaking with officials, going to make that decision shortly. I think every single kickoff for Harriman has been different.
It has, and you know that was one of the keys to the game. Was Harriman had to win the kicking game with big returns.
Kick goes out of bounds. Tigers will take over on their own 40. First
Tigers.
So Rockwood elects to get the ball at the 40.
Harriman has got to find a way to stop the run of Rockwood.
Zadrian Fickey under center for the Tigers. Fumbles it. That ball's on the ground.
Harriman football.
And Harriman gets it. Holy Harriman, Batman.
2 minutes and 22 seconds left in this half. Big opportunity for the Harriman Blue Devils here. Let's see if they can capitalize.
They really have to. It's just Fickey never handled the snap. That ball gets on the ground. And you saw the official saw it, was able to call that one early. And so now Harriman trots the offense back on the field.
If Harriman can give this quarterback some time to get the ball down the field, could see another touchdown here.
40 yards away from the goal line. Here's Pelfrey, takes the shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket, lets one float, and it's almost picked off. And Jaden Hannibal cannot believe that he didn't come down with that one.
Yeah, he's devastated out there on the hash marks.
He had 2 opportunities.
Tip ball, as you see here on the Chuck Fleischman replay. Tips it, and that's always dangerous. Lucky that's not a Rockwood interception.
So 2nd and 10 for Harriman, just 2:14 left to go in this first half. Pelfrey again sends 2 wide receivers to either side. 3-step drop, now rolls to his left, looks under a lot of pressure, lets it go. That pass is picked off by Hannibal. Going back the other direction, and Hannibal makes a move, tries to get upfield, gets into Harriman territory. So here's the situation though, there's a flag around midfield, which is in the backfield, and you've got Nick Pelfrey, the quarterback for Harriman, down around the Blue Devil sideline. So we'll have to see what this penalty is. If it's on Harriman, then it's going to be an interception, but also if you look, there is a player down for Rockwood, and I'm pretty sure that's Jaden Hannibal.
Devastating play for both programs right there, with some of the best football players on each squad currently down.
So let's watch this Chuck Fleischman replay and let's see this one unfold.
He's running for his life, eyes downfield, wants to throw it up, took a big hit.
So the flag was a hold, and it is declined. So you see Hannibal trying to get upfield.
Let's see if we can see where Hannibal got hurt. Anywhere right there.
It's hard to tell. He was instantly in pain though, holding his leg, and you don't want to see that. Oh, he's in bad pain. He's such an electric player. And Pelfrey is still down for Harriman.
Working on that left shoulder of Pelfrey. Might have landed on it weird. Taking that big hit.
Pelfrey is an important part of this Harriman football team, but Jaden Hannibal also an important part of his football team. So Pelfrey gets up.
And number 1, Jaden Hannibal stepping up to the Tigers.
Now Rockwood takes back over at the Harriman 45-yard line. So the Tigers turn it over, and then 2 plays later, Harriman gives it back to them. 1:55 left to go in this first half. And Rockwood already up by 2 scores. If they could score here, it would be huge for the direction of this football game.
It's not out of the question.
Fickey. Handoff goes to Waldo. Waldo stacked up at the line of scrimmage and stopped.
Big tackle again by Chase Johnston.
And now we've got a flag on the play as they'll get that Chase Johnson for a late throwdown. The whistle had already blown, and Johnson just grabbed Waldo and threw him down. So if you're Harriman, you stopped Rockwood for no gain, but then you give them 15 yards on a penalty after the plays. You see this on the Chuck Fleischman replay. Whistle blows right there. And then after that, Johnson threw him down.
Just can't do it.
So a Hammers 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 30 for Rockwood. Fickey hands off to Waldo. Waldo gets around the left side and falls down.
That white line jumped up about 6 inches and tripped him.
Like Forrest Gump once said, something jumped up and bit me.
It's those 12-pound grasshoppers out there on that Harriman football field. See it?
Yep.
Dang.
So pickup of 8 regardless brings up 2nd and 2. Here's Fickey. Snap. Handoff goes to Dom Moran. Moran
watch him.
Tries to get, oh my gosh, look at Moran go. Still making people miss. Gets inside the 5. That will bring up a Hammers 1st and goal.
We just need a Sports Center button every time he gets the carry on standby.
Dom Moran is slippery
Watch
tonight.
him do the inside juke again right here.
Golly.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Oh, man.
If we did that, we'd break every bone in our leg.
Handoff, Gerald Hannon bowling ball. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockwood. And how demoralizing for Harriman was that?
That was demoralizing. It's going to be hard for Harriman to come back from that. Lucky for them, they're 37 seconds away from a good coaching opportunity here at halftime.
So McLean on to attempt the extra point. It is good. Your new score with 37.8 seconds left. Rockwood 42, Harriman 20 on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Don't dig blind. Buried utilities are everywhere. Always contact 811 before you dig to have your utilities marked.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. You know, the score is a little lopsided now as Rockwood leads 42-20 over Harriman, but this has been a really fun football game as we get set for the Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman and 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Their support in your time of need does not end after the funeral services. You can call those numbers on your screen or visit davisfuneralhomes.com for more information. So Hayden McLean, just a sophomore on this Rockwood team, set to kick it off. A high spinner goes out of bounds. So now Harriman will have the opportunity to either take the ball at the 40-yard line or let McLean re-kick
it. Kick it again. I've got 2 good athletes back there. There's only 37 seconds left. I like my chances returning the kick more than I do completing a long touchdown.
And correction, the ball is at the 35, and that's where Harriman is going to take it. But I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
Take the 5 yards, let them kick it again, and try to get better field position than that. Though the benefit of this is no time went off the clock, and you start at the 35.
Unfortunately, if pass is any type of indicator, Travis Tapp will probably run that ball and go into halftime for a coaching opportunity.
Which would explain why you just take the field position. So Pelfrey out of the game. And here's a quick pass to Kamayan Campbell. Campbell getting upfield is just shy of the first down, pickup of 9. Harriman out of timeout, so they're going to have to run a hurry up. Tadarius Boyd.
This is good to see. Trying to go hurry up here, see if they can complete something.
And Tadarius Boyd is who started the season at quarterback. And McCollum jumped off sides a little early, so Rockwood will be penalized 5 yards.
False start against Bluebell.
Can't have that at the wide receiver position, but again, he is a work in progress. He is a outstanding athlete who could potentially be one of the best wide receivers in this area if he continues to learn the position.
And that is going to wrap up this first half. Rockwood has a 42-20 lead, and they will get the ball to start the second half in Tennessee's longest-running rivalry for high school football, the 103rd meeting between the Rockwood Tigers and the Harriman Blue Devils. We'll have a halftime show coming up for you. We'll get to see some bands perform, and, you know, we might just come back and talk a little bit, update you some scores as well. You are tuned in to your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
You do everything from checklists and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford Explorer XLT 4x4, $37,989. A 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 Double Cab, $31,590. 2019 Ford Fiesta, $16,550, only 2,000 miles. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man.
I'm Dale Haddon, the nurse practitioner and clinical manager at the Oak Ridge Clinic. It's very important to get the COVID vaccine. This is a way we are going to make our whole community safe. This is a way we will make you and your family safe. The COVID vaccine is 95% effective when you have had both shots, and it means that you will not get the illness, you will not have the side effects that people see from having illness over a long period of time, and it makes your community safe.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
Mulch and More in Mid.
Number 20, 21, Harriman, Rockwood in blue.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Don't dig blind. Buried utilities are everywhere. Always contact 811 before you dig to have your utilities marked.
Planning a funeral can be difficult at best, but it can be a lot easier if you work with people who care. That's Davis Funeral Home in Harriman and Wartburg. Davis Funeral Home gives attention to every detail, ensuring your loved ones will be remembered with honor and integrity. Davis Funeral Home works very hard to give you the most professional service possible. Davis Funeral Homes, Morgan Avenue in Harriman and Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Davis Funeral Homes, people who care.
And welcome back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. Some young fans in attendance tonight.
No, that's adorable.
Kids are so cute.
Look at them. Future Harriman Blue Devils.
So it is halftime here. Rockwood leads over Harriman by a score of 42-20. Rockwood will get the ball to begin the second half. Let's run over some scores of interest because there are a lot of games tonight. North Jackson, Alabama leads over South Pittsburgh 14-0. Now, I don't know how good North Jackson, Alabama is, but I know how good South Pittsburgh is and supposed to be. So surprising they are being shut out at halftime by a score of 14-0.
But with the coaching change, there's some, aggravation going on down there at South Pitt.
Yeah, that's true too. So Elizabethton leads over Anderson County at halftime 20-0. In the third quarter, Greenville leads over Dobbins-Bennett 14-7. So that's Greenville leading over that 6A top 10 program.
Greenville is tough. You're in, you're out. I don't care if they've had a bad season or not. When you face a Green Devil football team, it's a fight.
The Fulton Falcons on the road at Bearden lead over the Bulldogs 15-10 in the fourth quarter. That's a good game.
Coming back, baby.
Gordonsville up on Coalfield 21-0 in the third quarter.
That was majorly wrong. What's going on down there at Coalfield?
I don't know. Gordonsville's tough. I mean, that's a tough game.
But guys, if you're watching this ball game and you've seen what was going on down there at Coalfield, make sure you call in later. Let us know.
So Farragut at halftime leads over South Doyle 14-7.
Wow.
So that's also a very good game. Farragut, of course, a 6A program, leading over a very, very good South Doyle team, 14-7. This is the one that's really surprising to me. Campbell County is shutting out Kingston in the fourth quarter, 35-0.
I'm telling you, they found some success through the air, I guarantee you, with the Price brothers running that program there at the Campbell County High School. So, yeah, that's pretty shocking. I'd like to see the stat sheet for that Kingston football team right now.
Carnes is leading big over Carter, 41-19. Deshaun Bishop of Carnes leads the nation in rushing right now.
I mean, he is amazing. He can do things with a football in his hands that not very many humans can do. So I cannot wait to watch where he lands to play college football.
In the fourth quarter, Powell Halls locked up at 7.
Now that is an old school rivalry football game right there with the likes of Halls and Powell.
So those are some scores to catch you up on what's going on around the area as Harriman gets set to kick this one, and it's going to be to Darius Boyd with the Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Home with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman and 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Their support in your time of need does not end after the funeral services. Now, Boyd has not been kicking off, so this could be an offside or an onside kick, and that's what it is. It's ugly, and Harriman falls on top of it.
Recovered by Harriman.
I cannot believe how that ball. You know what? It's like the Rockwood defender. Watch this replay. It's like the ball is like, no, you smell bad or something. He's like, no, I'm not going to you, man. So Harriman, I called it. I said it's probably going to be an onside kick. Like, I called it. So to Darius Boyd, who just had just a remarkable onside kick, takes over at quarterback. Handoff goes to Frazier. Travis Frazier's wrapped up around the line of scrimmage. Will bring up 2nd and 10.
Big tackle by Alex Norton, the sophomore linebacker, 5'10", 185 pounds for the Rockwood Tigers.
So we've got a timeout on the field for an injured player. And that's Gerald Hannibal.
Looked like he started cramping there.
You hope that's all it is. He is able to get off the field under his own power, which is a good thing. His brother Jaden shaken up earlier in the game, and his looked a little bit more serious than a cramp.
He's back in the ball game, though.
Yeah, he is. That's really good to see.
Jog to the line of scrimmage.
So Tadarius Boyd takes over at quarterback. It was Nick Pelfrey. Nick Pelfrey shaken up. The way this offense changes with Boyd, Boyd can throw it, as he shows right here. That pass complete to Campbell for a couple. We'll bring up 3rd and long. Boyd can throw it, but he's not going to sling it around the yard like Pelfrey did. And it opens up a little bit more opportunities to run with your quarterback with Boyd in the game.
Quarterback getting a play call from Coach Travis Tapp on the sideline. Run back in, give the play to the rest of his squad, and they take the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 7 as Boyd lines up with 3 wide receivers to his right. And here the near side is McCollum. Boyd rolls to his right, just dumps it off to Nasir Stokes. Stokes can't make anybody miss, will actually lose a yard on the play.
Could not get rid of Landon Watts, 5'9", 160-pound outside linebacker for the Rockwood Tigers.
And Watts has had a good game for Rockwood tonight.
Defensively. He's been all over the place. And that's not an easy open field tackle.
No, because Stokes is shifty too. So now you wonder what Harriman is going to do, and Coach Tapp taking a long time to think about it, but I believe he's going to punt. And also, Nick Pelfrey was your starting punter, so we'll have to see what they're doing here. And we could see Pelfrey on the sidelines. He's done for the game. His arm is in a sling.
Yeah,
you see it right there on your screen. So yeah, he's done for the night. So Boyd is your punter. This is a high punt.
Good kick.
Yeah, that rolls out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Field position for Rockwood so far tonight.
Let's see where they spot it. They're going to put it smack dab on the 15. So that's where Rockwood will take over with 10:27 left to go in the third quarter. Mayor Mike Grillo Miller and council members Bobby Anderson, Steve Bryant, Peggy Evans, Mike Fuller, Harold Holloway, and April Faust Wilson of Rockwood are all big fans of the Fighting Tigers and hope they have a winning season this year so that they will be in the playoff picture at the end of the regular season. As Mayor Grillo Miller would say, go Tigers, play hard tonight, and win, win, win. So at the Tiger 15-yard line, Zadrian Fickey leads his program out, sets up in a wing T set. Handoff goes to Waldo. Waldo tries to get it around the left corner, drags a couple Blue Devils out of bounds with him, and he's going to pick up enough for a Hammers 1st and 10.
He is such a hard runner with low pad level that he's hard to tackle, as you see here on the Chuck Fleischman replay. And he just keeps bouncing off the Harriman defenders.
Yeah, and correction, he went out of bounds. Let's try to see where he goes out of bounds.
Broke 2 tackles and carried another 4.
They're going to give him 7 yards on that carry. I was watching that replay. I didn't see him step out of bounds. Whatever. All right, 2nd and 3. Fickey. Handoff straight up the middle. And on the carry for Rockwood is Brody Webb.
Xavier Hickman in on the tackle for the Harriman Blue Devils.
Tackled by number 51, Xavier Hickman. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Brody Webb, is that Coach John's boy?
Yes, it is.
29.
Fickey. Under center. Handoff goes to Moran. Moran made one guy miss and stopped at the 35-yard line. Quick pickup of 6 will bring up 2nd and 4.
Number 9, Don Moran.
He is dangerous on that counter play. They fake it one way and come back in underneath to Don Moran, and he is moving. The offensive line of Rockwood's doing a really good job getting to the 2nd level, which is letting him get upfield.
Yeah, Kamayan Campbell comes up and stops that one.
Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4.
So we're going to get a good dose of fullback dive here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Gerald Hannibal. Hannibal all the way up to the 45-yard line. Picks up about 10 and enough for the Hammers 1st and 10. Rockwood in no hurry whatsoever. Clock moving. 8:40 left to go in the third quarter. Hanging on to a 3-score lead. Hannibal looked like he was in a 3-legged race.
He kind of was as he limps off the field, grabbing that cramping calf muscle.
Fickey handoff up the middle, goes to Webb. Webb is driven down on the play.
You know, that is one defensive player for this Harriman football team that has had a heck of a ball game, and that's number 51, Xavier Hickman. He has played lights out so far on this defensive line.
Yeah, watch the Chuck Fleischman replay. This is a form tackle. That's how it's supposed to be done. Webb still picks up almost 3, so we'll call it 2nd and 7. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Tigers. Fickey under center. Pitch out goes to Moran. Moran cuts once, upfield, gone. Touchdown, Rockwood. Dom Moran.
Touchdown, Tigers.
I'm telling you, Dom Moran is working himself into player of the week type of ball game here tonight. He has exploded on the scene.
Just watch this Chuck Flashman replay. No, this is from the previous play with Brody Webb. As McLean steps on to attempt the extra point. 6 for 6 so far tonight on extra points. He'll try to make it 7 for 7. That one is up, and it is true. So Rockwood extends its lead. Here's that Chuck Flashman replay. Moran found a hole, then turned on the burners.
Gosh, he can fly.
Hit that
smoke coming off his cleats.
Hit that nitrous oxide in the Fast and the Furious. 7:22.
Dom Moran.
Big now.
One more Rockwood touchdown.
Football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacle blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week, here's your Davis Funeral Home kickoff. McLean sends this one deep to the 9-yard line, taken by Travis Frazier for Harriman. Frazier finds some room on the outside, lowers his head, and is run out of bounds. But Harriman again, off a good return, will have pretty good starting field position.
Tackled by number 25, Hayden McLean.
And that's the kicker getting in.
Yeah, I was just
that action.
at that.
42, 1st and 10.
So that's where Harriman will take over. Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations.
5'5", 120 pounds in on the tackle, the kicker for the Rockwood Tigers.
That kicker wasn't afraid to hit.
120 pounds. That was bigger than that, I believe, in 4th grade. Coming in big with a hit.
So here's the Hammers 1st and 10. Carry goes to Stokes. Stokes gets about 3 yards. Will bring up 2nd and 7.
Number 8, Nasir Stokes. Tackled by number 54.
So earlier today, Tim Elrod of OEB Law presented $1,000 to Harriman High School, and their principal Scott Callahan out on the field to receive that. Every home team that we cover gets $1,000 donated to them from Mr. Elrod on behalf of OEB Law. Great thing that they do.
Oh yeah, and that $1,000 will go a long way at a place like Harriman High School.
Boyd lets it fly deep, and there's Campbell on the reception. A huge pickup from the 45 all the way down to the 30, 25 yards on the play, and Harriman has a Hammers 1st and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you see here on the Chuck Flashman replay, this is why they call it a 50-50 ball. It's like flipping a coin. You never really know what you're going to get.
Campbell had his man beat, and Boyd let it fly. Again, Boyd does not have the arm strength that Nick Pelfrey does, but he's still got a decent arm. He can throw the football. So Campbell knew where that was. The defender did not know where the football was, and Campbell came back. That ball hung up in the air for a little bit, and Campbell caught it. Good play by Kamayan Campbell. So here's Boyd. Steps up, lets this one float too. He's got a man there, and it's caught. Touchdown, Travis Frazier and Harriman. Beautiful ball.
Telling you, Harriman is better than what the scoreboard is showing right now. They're just a couple plays away from being really close in this ball game. Just too many mental mistakes by the Harriman Blue Devils so far tonight.
Watch this Chuck Fleischman replay. Tadarius Boyd, just a beautiful ball over the middle.
Just threw it up, let his wide receiver get under the ball. Great play.
Grayson Christ also in there, had his man beat as well. So it's a good thing that they didn't run into each other. So lining up for a two-point conversion. 4 wide. Boyd rolls to his right. Lets it go. Pass ball's incomplete, but we've got a flag. And that will actually stop the play. They're going to say that that flag came in beforehand, and it's a false start on Harriman. So they'll get another shot at this, albeit 5 yards back from where they were.
And he had his wide receiver.
He did. He missed him.
5 yards.
But that was open.
Play to try.
And, you know, I hate to make the comparison, but Harriman here on this drive and a couple earlier in the game, they've had wide receivers behind defenders, and you have to be able to complete that pass. You have to. Harriman's been able to tonight, whereas the Tennessee football team has not been able to, and that's been a big detriment to them. So Coach Travis Tapp wants to take a timeout and talk about this two-point conversion. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Quality appliances from brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week, two-point conversion coming up for Harriman as the Blue Devils get into the end zone thanks to a Tadarius Boyd pass to Travis Frazier. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. After the 5-yard penalty, Blue Devils line up at the 8-yard line. Here's Boyd. Drops back under a lot of pressure. Now has to step up, and he is tackled. So that two-point conversion try fails. It was Evan Thurmond in there on the tackle for Rockwood. So now your new score is 49-26. Rockwood leads over Harriman. Blue Devils kickoff coming up when we get back.
Do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford Explorer XLT 4x4, $37,989. A 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 Double Cab, $31,590. 2019 Ford Fiesta, $16,550, only 2,000 miles. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, James Gibson with you. I'm getting a little chilly.
Yeah, it's football weather. This feels good in these high school football players. I don't know if you've noticed tonight or not versus last week, we've had a lot less cramps.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to the weather cooling down a little bit. More than a little bit.
So Tadarius Boyd, last kickoff was a successful onside kick. Get set for this Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Home with 2 locations to serve you. 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman, 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Go to davisfuneralhomes.com for more information. Now we've got a stoppage and play. Not sure what's going on. Oh. Let's see. 3, 6, 7, 11.
They had 6 guys on one side of the kickoff.
Gotcha. Here's Boyd's kick. And it is another roller. And this time Adrian Fickey is able to fall on it. That ball bounces some funny ways. But Rockwood will take over with excellent field position. Hammers first and 10 at the Tiger 45-yard line.
Tigers take over on their own 45, 1st and 10.
Unfortunately for Harriman, it did not take a wild bounce.
It just started rolling on the ground. That made the trajectory of the ball very predictable.
But Harriman has still yet to stop this Rockwood running game.
Fickey hands off Waldo. Waldo finds some running room up the middle. Unbelievable that went for 10 yards.
Defensive line for Harriman has got to stay lower and quit trying to stand straight up and peek in the backfield. And it's this Rockwood offensive line's kind of had its way with this Harriman defensive line so far.
15 to total.
So that'll move the chains. Hammers 1st and 10 from the Rockwood 45 to the Harriman 45. 5:10 left to go in the 3rd quarter here in Harriman. Fickey with Hannibal to his right. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Waldo. Tries to get around the left end. Waldo with significant running room. He breaks it free into the end zone. No flags on the play. Touchdown, Rockwood.
Dakota Waldo again was a patient runner there. Let his blocks develop. Scored a long touchdown.
You can see Harriman is gassed on defense. You've got guys out there just kind of jogging around, and that's not going to work because Waldo's going to be in a full sprint. And Fickey can't handle the snap. He has to pick it up. Fire, and finds Landon Watts in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. That's how it's done.
That was the perfect fire play. You'd never see that.
No, really you don't. So, Rockwood tacks 2 more on. They lead 57-26 with 4:46 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Check out that Chuck Fleischman replay.
For a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. As Rockwood scores again, the Tigers now lead 57-26. Might have a pretty good game next week as we will be at Midway. Coalfield will be in town. And it's looking like the Yellow Jackets will be coming off 2 straight losses. Their only 2 losses of the season.
Big upset tonight if Gordonsville does pull that big win off over the Coalfield Yellow Jackets.
I would agree, as this Davis Funeral Home kickoff is a roller, and it is taken by Harriman at the 33-yard line. But yeah, Coalfield Midway, that's a series with quite a bit of
tradition
hatred.
too.
Yeah.
Now that was a big game when I was in school. Midway was loaded back then, and it was always a close ball game between a Coalfield and Midway, and I'm expecting a big game next week out of both of those teams.
It should be. It's a final in Campbell County. Kingston with its first loss of the season, 35-0.
Shoo.
Yellow Jackets getting shut out in that one.
That's going to be a hopping place down there in Kingston this week. Everybody going to want to know what happened.
So Harriman with the Hammers 1st and 10. Tadarius Boyd in at quarterback. Handoff goes to Frazier. Frazier tries to turn it upfield. He cannot. Met by Landon Watts.
Rockwood does a really good job of flowing to the football, and the defensive backfield does a really good job of just shedding the blocks of the wide receiver. You see here on the bottom of your screen, the wide receivers can't hardly get a block, and that's just impossible to run.
Yeah. I said that Harriman was gassed on defense, but they are gassed on offense as well.
It's just poor execution, and you got to get that coached up and corrected before you move on next week. You got to have better blocking out of your wide receivers if you expect to win some ball games.
It was a loss of 6, brings up 2nd and 16. Boyd with a pass, picked off by Watts. Watts tries to go coast to coast. Unbelievable. Watts dives for the end zone. He fumbles it.
Pass is intercepted by number 10.
Now, we do have a flag on the play, so we'll have to see what this flag was, but Landon Watts flat trucked somebody.
An effort. You know, you was talking of Watts earlier about having a silent.
It's a block in the back. That's going to take 6 points off the board.
What an effort by Watts.
Landon Watts.
Check him out. Interception, Cookie. Takes off running.
Watch this.
Boom.
Bloop. Get out of my way.
Stiff arm.
What? Darius Boyd.
Touchdown.
Oh, man.
Man.
Yeah.
That's devastating. He'll watch this tomorrow morning or tonight on replay on Facebook to see his highlight of his career, probably.
That was pretty.
That was beautiful.
This game has been one big SportsCenter top 10. It's been very nice.
Been some great plays in this ball game. Even though the scoreboard looks like it's not been a ball game, there's been some great plays in this game.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So the penalty, of course, negates the touchdown, but it does not negate the interception. So Rockwood takes over. Hammers 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And here is the handoff, and it goes to Brody Webb, and Webb gets 6 points instead. Touchdown, Rockwood.
Brody Webb got the handoff from the quarterback. A big hole opened up, and he did the rest with his legs. Touchdown, Rockwood.
Chuck Fleischman replay, yeah.
Harriman chasing to the football.
So McLean on to attempt the extra point. Fickey to hold. A bad snap again. And Fickey has to fall on top of it. So McLean doesn't get an opportunity to kick this one either. So with 3:38 left to go in the third quarter, Rockwood up huge, 63-26 in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Back to your OEB Law Game of the Week as McLean gets set for the Davis Funeral Home kickoff. Davis Funeral Homes with 2 locations to serve you, 715 Morgan Avenue in Harriman and 211 Old Mill Road in Wartburg. If you've been tuned into our game, you know all about Davis Funeral Homes because we've had a lot of kickoffs. And now Harriman fumbles the kickoff, but able to get back on top of it is Campbell. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it wasn't pretty. So there have been 89 points scored in this game, and I swear I never would have guessed.
Tuned into our
I don't
game,
think
you know
anyone would
all
ever
about
guess
Davis
there'd have been
Funeral
that
Home.
many points scored in this ball game. You know, traditionally speaking, Travis Tapp of Harriman is a wing T guy, and John Webb is still a wing T guy. And, you know, that normally means the clock's moving. Well,
yeah, you're in the second half.
There's been so many touchdowns, can't run.
You've got a 35-point lead causes a running clock in the second half. The lead is 37 for Rockwood. So now this clock is not going to stop except for timeouts. And here's a quick handoff. Goes to Stokes, and Stokes is stopped in the backfield. You can see Harriman is, they're gassed. It's like they have no fight left in them.
Yeah, they've been beat up a little bit this year. Jaden Gilbert And on the tackle for the Rockwood Tigers, 6'1", 210 pounds. Rockwood starting to substitute in a little bit.
Boyd from that shotgun position, hands off to Frazier on an end around. And Frazier stacked up at the 30, maybe a pickup of 1 on the play.
We're going to smack into Landon Watts. And Watts has been all over the football field here tonight for the Rockwood Tigers. He has had one excellent game.
Yes, he has. And I tell you what, the wind shifted, and we are getting some sniffs of that concession stand.
That Rowan County football concession stand food.
Yeah, that's some hot dogs on the grill.
It's more than hot dogs. It smells like barbecue in there, too.
I'd like to have
if anybody's listening, somebody bring us up something from the concession stand.
3rd and 12, Boyd hands off to Stokes, and Stokes finds some running room around the right side, gets upfield, and I believe he's got enough for the Hammers 1st and 10.
Good run that time by Stokes of Harriman. Picked up a big first down, a needed first down.
Yep, that's going to move the chains. You see on that Chuck Fleischman replay. Under a minute now, actually under 40 seconds now left in the 3rd quarter. Harriman will have to snap the ball at least once more before the end of the 3rd quarter. Boyd sends 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff goes to Stokes up the middle. Stokes finds about 3 yards, which will bring up 2nd and 7. Under 10 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter, and I believe that's going to do it for that 3rd quarter. We've got 1 quarter left to play. The Rockwood Tigers have put up 63 points in the oldest rivalry in Tennessee football high school history as they lead over the Blue Devils 63-26 on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
I'm Dale Haddon, the nurse practitioner and clinical manager at the Oak Ridge Clinic. It's very important to get the COVID vaccine. This is a way we are going to make our whole community safe. This is a way we will make you and your family safe. The COVID vaccine is 95% effective when you have had both shots, and it means that you will not get the illness, you will not have the side effects that people see from having illness over a long period of time, and it makes your community safe.
The 4th quarter begins with a 2nd and 6 for Harriman in your OEB Law Game of the Week. Blue Devils. Handoff, Stokes. Stokes finds some running room. A good pickup of about 10 yards will bring up another Hammers 1st and 10. So Stokes running hard.
Stokes is a really good athlete for this Harriman high school football team, as you see here. He can pick up some tough yardage in a hurry. And I tell you, if Harriman quarterback is hurt as bad as what it looked like, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea for Travis Tapp to go back to his old school ways and start getting back under center a little bit.
So here's Boyd on the Hammers 1st and 10. Busted play there. Boyd in trouble. Rolls around and just slides down. I don't know why he slid down, though, because that's a loss of about 10 yards.
Loss on the play.
That was busted from the start. He went to hand it off to Sam Cook, who was in the backfield with him, and Cook wasn't having it. So it's a final. Gordonsville defeats Coalfield 21-0. And here's a fumble on the play. Boyd doesn't get it. Started to try to pick it up, but couldn't. So the ball stayed on the ground, and Rockwood takes over in Harriman territory with 10:14 left to go in the game.
Number 45, Adam Barnes.
So you see this on the Chuck Fleischman replay. The ball just was never secured. So now we'll see what Rockwood will do. I'm sure they'll get a new quarterback in the game. And that's what they do. They send the sophomore Maddox Ellison into the game. 5'9", 140.
I'd say we're going to get a big dose of the fullback and probably Brody Webb here.
Ellison, handoff, goes to Brody Webb like you called. Webb tries to find some running room. Does. Still on his feet. Gets down to close to the 20-yard line after a pickup of about 15. Will bring up a Hammers 1st and 10.
14, Brody Webb on the game.
So Webb making the most of his opportunity in the game.
1st and 10 Tigers.
Does a good job being patient, running behind his blockers, and then finishes strong. Good run. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. Clock continues to move. About 8:30 left to go. Ellison takes a snap. Handoff goes to Levi Ellison. And Levi is stacked up after a decent pickup.
You have to ask yourself if the weight room is of more importance in the Rockwood program at this point. The first string and the second string both have had their way up front with the Harriman Blue Devils, which is a testament normally to off-season work and out.
Got a timeout on the field. Timeout Rockwood.
Timeout Rockwood.
So the Tigers going to talk about it. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Home appliance financing available. Apply online at pattersonsappliances.com.
Affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
Back your OEB Law Game of the Week. Under 8 minutes now, 7:56 to go. Rockwood with sophomore Maddox Ellison running the offense.
Let's see some urgency out of this Harriman Blue Devil team to keep Rockwood out of that end zone. Slow snap. Fumble.
Hand off.
Fumble.
Fumble. Ellison goes to pick it up. Does. Big loss in the play.
Who recovered that? Rockwood? Yep.
Fumble on the play.
That was ugly from the start with the snap. 44 is a whopper, ain't he? Oh. Looked like a design play for number 44. Rockwood tried to get in there. That's pretty cool to see, the Rockwood coaching staff.
And now a bad snap. They're going to call him down as Eric Thurman tried to pick it up and run with it. Having some issues out there, Rockwood is.
Playing a lot of younger players, as is Harriman. It's getting kind of sloppy. As expected, when you get to a score of 63-26 with 6 minutes left in the ballgame. Rockwood's going to get a timeout.
They sure are. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Thank you for your support over 55 years.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie Chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
So now Rockwood facing a 4th down. Gonna attempt a, what would that be? A 49-yard field goal with Hayden McLean.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And it is short. So it's no good, but that was short by just about 3 yards.
That was a lot closer than I was expecting because there was a little bobble on the hole. That's a heck of a kick there.
So now Harriman takes over on downs. That was a little surprising. I don't think anybody attempted or anybody expected a field goal attempt there.
That's a good way of Rockwood of giving their kicker an opportunity and keeping the scoreboard sort of respectable.
So,
and this Harriman student section hasn't gone anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, that is the Rockwood student section, decked out in camo, fired up. I bet it's going to be a party in Rockwood tonight.
Although the Harriman student section also hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, they're still
you
here.
Weren't wrong there either.
Fired up.
So new quarterback in the game for Harriman.
Uh-oh.
And instantly
gets
a bad snap, and fumble recovered by Rockwood. So for Harriman, Braden Turner's in the game.
I mean, you can't have much crazier than that. He picks up the ball. One of the bigger moments of his high school football career so far. Sees the touchdown potential. Falls down with a cramp.
Yeah.
Almost immediately upon entering the game.
I'd like to remind you, as you look at the Chuck Fleischman replay. Oh my God. You can see it. You can see the cramp. Oh, that hurts me. I'd like to remind you, immediately following the conclusion of our broadcast tonight, the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show. Be getting some phone calls from around the area.
Some interesting phone calls too, guys.
There'll be a lot of people wanting to talk about some of the stuff that happened tonight.
I can't wait to listen to some of these Cofield folk call in there and give us an update as to what happened out of Cofield.
So here's Rockwood again, trying to hand it off and do this time to Tay Jones, and Jones is tackled.
I'll tell you what Jones did. He held on to the football.
He absolutely did.
Sure did. Rockwood got their player an opportunity of running the football. Something not a lot of people get to do, so that is a awesome opportunity.
Clock continues to run. 4:20 now left to go in this game. Rockwood facing a 3rd and goal from the 20-yard line. Handoff instantly met in the backfield is Levi Ellison.
Number 11, Levi Ellison.
So you wonder if they're going to send McLean back out, let him attempt another field goal. This one would be shorter, more doable.
You're going to need him later on. That'd be a good opportunity for your kicker.
Then
from the right hash.
Hayden McLean going to have an opportunity to boot this one in as well.
Third goal from the
Oh, wait.
18.
It's only third down? Okay, 3rd and goal from the 18, so no. Handoff. Finding a lot of room is Levi Ellison. And Ellison has run out of bounds, which will bring up 4th down. Ball spotted around the 6.
Number 10, Brady Turner.
Again, sloppy exchange to the quarterback.
It's 4th and goal.
But Rockwood able to handle it. So now is McLean going to get an opportunity to kick a field goal again? Nope, not going to do it. So Maddox Ellison lines up under center. Levi Ellison behind him. Maddox with the keeper, and he's gobbled up at about the 5-yard line, and that's where Harriman will take over on downs with a Hammers 1st and 10.
16, Maddox Ellison on the give. Comes up short, turnover on downs, be 1st and 10, Blue Devils.
Clock still running, 2:10 left to go in this football game.
Big ball game coming up this weekend with Tennessee Volunteers playing the Florida Gators at the Swamp. It's going to be a good challenge for this Josh Heupel offense. That very good Florida defense.
Yep.
Very good Florida offense. Very good Florida kicking teams.
Yep.
Very good coaching.
Yep.
Very good crowd expected.
You don't have to keep talking about all the good things about Florida, man. Come on.
It's going to be a challenge. With what Florida did to Alabama last week, it was a heck of a game.
Harriman's had enough. They're going to take a couple knees here and get out of here. And your final score is going to be Rockwood 63, Harriman 26. But that game in prime time tomorrow night, 7 p.m. kick.
It's a good opportunity to get in front of some recruits nationally.
It is. It's a good opportunity.
Good showing. Big challenge.
Yep.
Florida Gators are very, very talented. Great quarterback play. That speed, quick option they run.
You're doing it again. You don't have to sit there and keep complimenting Florida.
Well, let's talk about what Tennessee does good. Playing excellent defensive line play so far.
It's Tennessee's defense has been surprisingly
excellent tight end play.
And that will be the last play of this football game. And I tell you what, that free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show, they are going to talk about Tennessee too.
Call in, participate, guys. We need you letting us know what you saw. If you saw something tonight out of either one of these schools, call in. Let the guys know they are not able to watch the ball game.
So let's quickly talk about these two football teams. What did you see out of Harriman tonight? What's your big synopsis and summary?
A lot of talent that is unable to be utilized due to whatever reasons. Very talented group that could win a lot more ball games moving forward. This Rockwood team, very tough, hard-nosed, very talented. They've got 2-3 of the best athletes in Roane County with lots of Hannibal and Moran and so on and so forth. Very talented crew. I think they scathed away out of this ball game without too many injuries. So the season's bright moving forward for the Rockwood Tigers.
63 points in this rivalry. That's a lot of points to put up. So Rockwood, as Don Moran does some backflips, back handsprings, and all, just showing, you know, the type of athlete that he is to celebrate. This is a good Rockwood football team.
Yeah, very good. Had some tough losses, but to a very good Kingston squad and a very good Sweetwater team. And Monterey, they got one of the best running games, as the Rockwood fans watching this can attest to, around. So very good Rockwood team moving forward.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Rockwood and see how they do, and Harriman as well. So it was the 103rd meeting between these two teams. Rockwood comes out victorious, just like they have done since 2016. They now make this their 5th straight victory over the Harriman Blue Devils. It was a lot of fun tonight. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast, because we sure enjoyed bringing it to you. For all the guys here at BBB TV Channel 12, I am Aaron Harvey saying stay tuned for the free medical clinic, Friday night scoreboard show, and so long, folks.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Don't dig blind. Buried utilities are everywhere. Always contact 811 before you dig to have your utilities marked.
Planning a funeral can be difficult at best, but it can be a lot easier if you work with people who care. That's Davis Funeral Home in Harriman and Wartburg. Davis Funeral Home gives attention to every detail, ensuring your loved ones will be remembered with honor and integrity. Davis Funeral Home works very hard to give you the most professional service possible. Davis Funeral Homes, Morgan Avenue in Harriman and Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Davis Funeral Homes.